ideas are free. There's a lot of ideas. If I bring my guys in a room, I can create a workshop. We're going to come out with 10, 20, 300, 500 things we can do. The challenge is, how do I actually take that idea and make it real within an organization? How do I put a business case around it? How do I prove it out? Again, feedback from Salesforce is, a lot of people like to prototype because people are not visual. They don't see what their idea could be. So they will leverage our technology and say, okay, look, they might not even use Salesforce for the organization, but it's an incredible prototyping tool. So they'll basically go on, they'll create it, and they'll say, look, we need to do this. They'll build it out, and the organization might go, now I get it. I heard today, there's I forgot who mentioned it, but it was all about, I collect all the ideas in a box, if you will. I don't know if it was a metaphor or what, but then I open the box and we kind of figure out which ones make sense, which ones don't, and which ones we're going to work on. At Salesforce, we have a public box. So it's not one person is the keeper of all the ideas. It's like everybody come in, give your ideas, and people around the organization will look at this and say, you know what, I like that. Here's how I would make it better, or here's how I see it'll add value. And I think it's just the next step, to be honest with you, of the idea box. There's no reason to keep it private. In fact, it's better for the organizations to make it accessible to at least everyone internally. And as I mentioned also, we have our ideas exchange, which is how do we as an organization make our product better? In fact, you can almost turn around and say, if you want to look at all the warts or things that Salesforce needs to work on, go look at our ideas exchange. But on the flip side, it empowers people and it's tied to their compensation to actually to execute on the ideas of our customers. There has to be budget. There has to be, I almost would turn it around and say you have to have empowerment, right? So people on my team have to feel, if they have an idea, that they can run it down the field a little bit to see if it's going to pay off or to see if it makes sense. But ultimately, everything within an organization is about empowerment and dollars. And I think even the comment I made was, it's, if you do a hackathon may not cost you money, but it costs you time, which is ultimately you're taking people out of their jobs to do a hackathon. Now, you can argue you can do it on a weekend, but then you have to buy pizza. I mean, it's all those things that you have to think about. It's not free. So whether there's a formal, we're going to sponsor good ideas, I actually like that idea because it kind of empowers people. I actually like hackathons, not because they come up with all these great ideas, because a hackathon is a way to allow people to compete without the risk of failure. I mean, you might not have the best idea. Your idea might not be valid, but people aren't going to look at you and say, oh, you did a career limiting thing in the hackathon. No, it's like try something. And that's why you get people so excited. That's why people come in on weekends or nights, or that's why people are motivated to do something, because they can see their idea through, and their idea is not going to be is not going to negatively impact their brand within the organization.